Hi, welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast weekly reading. I'm Charlie. Right now we are reading The Path of the Yoga Sutras by Nikolai Bachman. You can find this book as well as many others of our favorite readings on our website at www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com. Let's go ahead and get started. This week we are in chapter 42, Asana. Refinement of the body. There is a road in the hearts of all of us, hidden and seldom traveled, which leads us to an unknown, secret place. To sit or lie upon the ground is to be able to think more deeply and to feel more keenly. Chief Luther Standing Bear. Yoga is much more than performing physical postures, yet doing these postures, asanas, purifies and prepares our body for seated meditation. Our physical health affects our heart, mind, and vice versa. As we twist, jump, stretch, and invert all parts of our physique, impurities are turned up and released, allowing our life force, our prana, to flow more easily and improving our overall well-being. Asana is the third of the 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga. The word asana means sitting or seat. Asana precedes breath regulation, pranayama, because asana works on the outer physical layer of our being, while pranayama works with our breath, our prana, an inner and more subtle layer of our being. The body needs to be strong and pliable to ground the prana, flowing through its subtle energy channels. The aim of asana is to reduce any hyperactivity in the nervous system and prepare the body for pranayama. If one cannot sit still comfortably with the spine erect, the prana cannot flow unobstructed. On the other hand, it is important to be able to breathe consciously during the practice of asana, so they work hand in hand. Patanjali does not emphasize asana and devotes only 3 sutras to it, just enough to mention the basic characteristics of its practice. The Yoga Sutras treats asana as a small but important step along the path of yoga. There are other texts that go into much more detail about asanas, including what they look like and how to perform them. When sitting in meditation, we should feel stable and comfortable. Feeling stable means not moving, not teetering, not fidgeting at all. Feeling comfortable implies feeling no pain or anxiety, being relaxed and at ease. These 2 qualities can be achieved when there is no more exertion and the body is able to sit upright while completely relaxed. Sitting on a chair may be required if the body is not yet flexible enough to sit this way on the floor. Many practitioners feel the need to sit on the floor for meditation, but if discomfort is present, it will defeat the purpose. It is perfectly fine to sit in a chair until our asana practice has prepared us to sit on the floor. On the other hand, when our attention is focused completely, then we are no longer affected by our surroundings. Like heat and cold, pleasure and pain, there are some practices that encourage sitting uncomfortably and in pain, so our heart-mind can work through these distractions, eventually becoming so focused that it is able to ignore them. When we can sit effortlessly still and relaxed, regardless of whether or not there are distractions, with our heart-mind focused on the infinite within, when the prana is stable and pratyahara occurs naturally, leaving us undisturbed by sensory stimuli. Ayurveda is yoga's sister science of health and medicine, and its principles, practices, and goals go hand in hand with those of yoga. If the body is not properly cared for, then the breath and heart-mind will be adversely affected, making it very difficult for us to focus inward and connect with our true nature. Disease is an obstacle to yoga and tara, and therefore is to be prevented whenever possible. Asana is the exercise aspect of Ayurveda, A poor diet or stressful lifestyle will work against our asana progress. It is important that all aspects of our life be in alignment for us to achieve the maximum benefit. Asana can be extended to mean our inner posture, our poise, during interactions with others. We want a balance of open-mindedness with groundedness. Being too rigid with our opinion may indicate an attachment to something and is likely connected to egotism, asmita. Closed-mindedness is an aspect of ignorance, avidya. On the other hand, we may have no opinion about anything and go along with whatever anyone says. Our heart-mind may be weak and lack the strength to take a stand. Apathy, an obstacle to yoga, antara, may also be present. We simply do not care about what is being discussed, even if it is very important. Yoga involves independent thinking, forming our opinions based on as much reliable information, pramana, as possible. Following others blindly is another form of ignorance, avidya. The practice of asana purifies the body and clarifies the heart mind. Our body is a sacred temple designed to make it possible for us to self-reflect and connect with a higher awareness within. When our limbs are supple, our breath is smooth, no energy is blocked. When we can relax and focus our attention inward, cultivating inner beauty and happiness. Thoughts. A relaxed body and focused heart-mind brings us stability and ease. Yoga postures can transform the state of my body and heart-mind into one that is finer and subtler. I will balance flexibility with firmness in all aspects of my life. Exercises. If you are not comfortable sitting on the floor for meditation, try sitting in a chair. See if you are able to relax more while still keeping your torso from slouching. When sitting for meditation on the floor, notice what hurts, like your hips or knees, and find out what specific postures will help you sit without pain. Then give emphasis to those postures in your practice. The next time you are in a conversation with others, notice which of your opinions may be too rigid or too loose. What can you do to balance those? Thank you for joining us for this week's reading of The Path of the Yoga Sutras by Nikolai Bachman. Again, you can find this book and several others on our website, as well as information for our podcast in which we talk about these topics and many others every week. Encouraging and loving each other along the way and along our journey. So check it out, Women in Leadership, bsmb.com. Thank you for joining us again. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.